Anyone can bargain for an EBA, they just have to let the company know in writing. Crew have done that for Carolyn, Ash and myself, so we can bargain on their behalf. We're all members of iCCC, which is a not-for-profit employee association. Basically, we're not a registered association at this point in time, which is the only thing that we can't do, that a normal registered association can do, is take strike action. That's the only difference. But that's okay. We can achieve our outcomes by other means. We've got an open philosophy with the way we communicate with management and the way we construct our arguments, and what we achieve in return by presenting a very, very good argument for the company to try to combat is it gets us the desired results, basically. We're not about fanfare and jumping up and down and saying how good we are and looking at what we're achieving. We're about getting our head down and getting the job done and getting the results at the end of the day. Just like what we did with the last EBA, when we had 17.5% pay rises on the table for a 3-year term. We voted yes for the last proposal because basically it was another rollover agreement. There was no changes to the work rules that we had to work within on a daily basis or on a monthly basis. And we had very, very good salary structures in place for all existing crew for little, if any, productivity gain in terms of the company. If anything, the B scale, we probably didn't communicate that well enough to cabin crew that it was only a temporary measure. In 3 years' time, it was always our intention to bring the B scalers up into the rest of the cabin crew working here. We got that communication wrong in terms of what our intentions were. However, the big thing is iCCC, and as a bargaining rep, is what's important to us is all existing crew. The crew that are here right now, that we work alongside on a daily basis, are our absolute foremost and focused of who we represent and what we try to achieve for. It's not as important to us. In fact, we can't even bargain for somebody that we don't know or haven't nominated for us, a potential future crew member that might join the company in 2 or 3 years' time. What's important to me was to package a very, very good salary structure with what you told us that you wanted, and that's no additional hours, no changes to my work rules, and we got that. We delivered it for you with very, very handsome pays moving forward for the last 3-year agreement. That's why we voted yes. We've learnt from the no vote moving forward, and just wait till you see what we've got installed for EBA 3. Basically, the reason why bargaining is taking so long is because we've had 2 voted down proposals to date. We're currently in the middle of negotiating the 3rd proposal, ready to go out to crew very shortly. Unfortunately, the law doesn't require the company or a union or a bargaining rep such as iCCC to bargain at any particular speed. The TWU have entered the negotiations very late in the piece, and unfortunately they have been doing a lot of catching up to get to the point to where we are now. It's taking a lot of time to meet with the company to work through their proposals, many of which are not new or have already been discussed with us or the other associations, but it's just a matter of bringing them up to speed. I can say that iCCC's proposals, which were modified since the last no vote, were placed on the table right back at the start of the year. It only took us literally just a month or 2 to go back to our members to find out where the issues lied that the proposal was weak in, and to get that document together for the company to see why it was unsuccessful in terms of ourselves and our members. We agreed to a B scale in the last proposal to collapse the pay levels for all existing crew that are currently here within the business, and after the next several years that they would all be on a single level of pay. We agreed to a new scale for all new recruits that are signing up to the company, that if a new crew member wanted to work for Virgin, they would sign up and work for the new amount that's been agreed to, which we call the B scale. Now, the thing about that was in a few years' time, we had the opportunity to look at that pay scale and bring all those crew that are currently capped in the B scale up onto the level 5 scale. The company would have had their cost savings and productivity gains in terms of the money over the last few years, and it was always our intention to bring all existing crew up onto the one level of pay. The good thing about the B scale that we managed to achieve that all the other major airlines didn't achieve was the working conditions. And that would be that the B scale would work to exactly the same work rules as all the rest of us that are currently within the business here at Virgin. The good thing about that is that you would still have all the same duty hour limitations and aircraft endorsements applied to the EBA with every crew member within the business. So it didn't get ugly. You didn't have crew that was doing longer days, less money, shorter days, more money, all that sort of stuff. But what you did have was all the crew working to the same work rules. The thing that needs to be noted is that both the TWU and the FAAA did approve and apply a B scale to many of the other major airlines. So it was quite surprising to us, and you've got to ask yourself the question, why did the TWU knock the B scale here at Virgin when they supported it across the way, say for example at Jetstar? That's a question that you need to ask those delegates, and it's a question you need to ask them. In the short answer, absolutely we are. And why? It's very simple. The feedback that we've received back from the last 2 voted down proposals and all the communications that we've had from our members and also crew that aren't members online via either direct email, our Facebook page, or text messages from crew that have made contact that way. So what we're about is connecting with our members and crew in any electronic form, and any of those forms that come back, as well as the face-to-face communications we have with them as well. We collate that information, and that's been put into EBA Proposal 3. We're absolutely suggesting a different salary structure that's been an alternative and proposed by the TWU, and ours is based on achievements that you obtain within the company. We think that's a very good way to go in order for career progression in terms of pay structure. Because the bargaining's been delayed for such a lengthy period of time, iCCC's made a significant change and adjustment to all pays. When I say all pays, I mean by not only the salary structure, but also all our incidentals like overnight allowance, our overtime 1 and 2 rates, available rates of pay, day off rates, all that sort of stuff. Here at iCCC, we're not changing anything to do with the part-time arrangements at all. Our members have told us that we got it right with the last proposal, and they're happy with what we had on the table for them, namely the 12 days, capping the amount of days that they could come to work, and also the fact that we managed to get rid of the essential additional overtime, the 2.5 hours that was requested in the current agreement right now that we're working within. We got that off the table. We got that completely eradicated from the new agreement moving forward. So we're not going to change our position on part-time. We think it's fair, we think it's reasonable, given that the cap days are in place. I believe the TWU will file for protective industrial action. Let's not gloss it up, it's called a strike. Strikes are ugly. Do they achieve what they set out to achieve? Generally not. It's not good for the public perception in terms of our business. Passengers won't want to buy tickets, they won't want to fly with us if they know that the crew could go on strike on any day. It's not good for perception, it's not good for the brand, and it's not good for your colleagues that may not want to go on strike, that want to come to work and earn money and actually might not support the EBA in the way that they would like to, but don't particularly want to go on strike. The other thing too is the company does have the option available to them to actually lock you out of the workplace, where for the period of time that the EBA takes to get in place, they've got the potential to perhaps say to you, well, you're not required to come to work. If you don't come to work and to get your money, where does your income come from too? to pay for your life's expenses and all that sort of stuff. So strikes are ugly. We won't support a strike, I'll tell you that right now. But what we would support is a very open communication with the company to achieve the results and desires that we set out to achieve by very constructive wording and constructive arguments. We voted less, yes. As soon as I sit in front of a camera, I go to bloody water, but take that away.